Hi everyone. This week we're going to be looking at intervals and we're going to cover it in one video for everyone. And much like passengers on a train, I will be telling different grades to kind of, okay, this is where you get off and we're going to continue with the rest of the grades. But feel free, grade 9s and 10s, if you want to look at the 11, 12 stuff, go for it. You're always not expected to do it, but if you look at it, then you kind of know where you're headed for in the next couple of years if you decide to stick with music. So like I said, we're going to be looking at intervals this week. And what is an interval? An interval is just the distance between two notes. And we've already looked at some. We've looked at semitones and whole tones, which are the distance between two notes. But we're going to go a little bit bigger than semitone and whole tone this time. So for example, there's 3 on the screen. Now, if I do this interval for the first one, I always count the note I start on, 1, then the line, 2, and then the next note, 3. So this would be an interval of a third. Okay, this next one, a little trickier because we're using ledger lines, but there's 1, 2, 3, that space would be 4, and that line is 5. And the last one, I'm really quick at this, space to a space to a space to a space. 1, 3, 5, 7. All right, if you're not sure about that, we're going to go through it in just a sec. Because what is an interval? Like I said, we've already dealt with them, semitones and whole tones. Those are very small distances. We're going to be looking at bigger ones. So if we went from a low C to a high C, that is actually the distance of 8, an octave. C to D, think about it. Let's actually write our alphabet up here. F and G. So if I went C to D, 1, 2. We always count the note we start on, 1, 2. C to E, 1, 2, 3. C to F, 1, 2, 3, 4. F to A, so 1, 2, 3, and B to A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. So we always count the note we're starting on, and we always go forwards in the alphabet. All right, well, let's look at it. Oh, some hints first. So grade 9s and 10s, some hints. And actually these hints pertain to grade 11, 12 work as well. Always count the note you start on. Rule number 1. If you don't count the note you're starting on, you're going to be off by 1. A line to a line or a space to a space is an odd number. So you actually saw that in the first slide where I did this, especially on this one right here. I went 1, 3, 5, 7. See how it's space to a space? It is odd. See how this one's a line to a line? It's odd as well. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Space to a space, 3. So if it's a line to a line or a space to a space, it's an odd number. All right. Now there's 2 terms here that you don't really have to worry about, grade 9s, grade 10s, melodic and harmonic. Melodic just means the notes go one after each other, like our melodies that we play in class. Harmonic means the notes are on top. You know those times where I tell you guys when the notes are on top, you get to decide whether you play the top one or the bottom one? That's actually harmonic. When it's the usual melody pattern, that's melodic. Don't worry too much about it. We don't deal with it much in intervals. I'm more interested in the distance, the actual interval part. So the first one. Now, here it is, space to a space. Ho, ho, ho. So space to a space, already know it's going to be an odd number. So then I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one. Ooh, a line to a space. It's going to be an even number. Don't forget to count the note you start on. 1, 2. Okay, next one. I'm going to let you think about it for a sec, because I'm really fast at this. Do you know that one yet? It is 8. And this one, we love this one. This is a unison, just a U. You could also write a 1. Either way, you're right. And the last one, space to a space. It is an odd. Okay, same thing. And back to, you'll notice I didn't even really care about treble or bass clef. I'm just literally counting the notes. So this one, 8. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one, Try it on your own. Good. Yes. See? Line to a space. It is even. All right, moving on. Okay, so here's one of those spots where grade 9, grade 10s, that's it. You just have to do the number. What is the distance between the two notes? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. And we never go beyond 8. So don't even worry about it. So you can go on and do your sheet, or you can look at the grade 11, 12 stuff. So grade 11s, this is yours. So we've done distance. This might look familiar from the first screen. 3, 5, and 7. But here's the trick. You guys are actually going to deal with the type, the flavor, if you will. Okay. 1, 4, 5, and 8 are always perfect. You just put a P in front of it and you're done. So for example, we have this one. It's a 5. I would put a P. I know its type. We are good. So 1, 4, 5, and 8 are perfect. They can be nothing else but perfect. For 2, 3, 6, and 7, we have two options, major and minor. But how the bejeebas do we figure out which is which? Well, we take the bottom note and we're going to pretend we're in that key. So all the stuff that goes with that key signature. So first one we like because it's, F, A, C. So we're going to pretend we're in C major, and I'm just going to jot that down over here. But wonderful, C major has no sharps, no flats. I don't have to worry about it. So now I take a peek at my second note. It's an E. In C major, E is supposed to be natural. And in this instance, it is. So it's true. It's supposed to be a natural. It is a natural. Life is good. That means it is a major. Okay. If I had put a flat on it, if I had done that to that E, it's supposed to be a natural, but it has a flat on it. I've made that interval smaller, and so it would have been a minor third. Okay. Again, perfect is always perfect. We don't do anything. As soon as I see a 1, 4, 5, or 8, I put a P beside it and I move on. I don't even think about it. And the 7, same thing. It could be major or minor. How do I know? I take the bottom note. In this case, it's an F. So I'm going to pretend I'm in F major. F major has, anybody got it? 1 flat and it's B flat. 1 flat, B flat. Okay, so now I look at my second note. It's an E. E is not in the key signature. E is supposed to be natural. It is natural in this case, so we are happy. Okay. If it had had a flat on it, then we would be minor. Okay. So let's do a few together. All right. Yeah. So I always go through, because life's too short, I do the actual number of the interval first in case I run into any of those 1, 4, 5, or 8s, because then I can put a P beside and move on. So the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Put a P beside, move on. 1, 2. Okay, crap. That one I'm going to have to come back to because it could be major or minor. 1, 3, 5, 7. Oh, I'm going to have to figure out that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, fantastic. We like 8. We put a P in front of it and move on. And then 1, 2, 3. Crap. We're going to have to do that one. All right. So we have 3 we have to look at in the treble clef. Well, my bottom note here is a C. Woohoo. C major. No sharps, no flats. And that D doesn't have a sharp or a flat. So we are good. We are major. All right. Take the bottom note. Pretend you're in that key. E flat. All right. In E flat major, I have battle, ends, and. Okay, so far so good. Take a look at the second note. It is D flat. Well, D is not in the key signature. There's not supposed to be anything on it. We only have 3 flats, B, E, and A. D is not supposed to have a flat on it, and it does. So it's not supposed to, but it does. It means we are minor. Okay, and the last one, same problem. We got E flat, B, E, A. My top note is a G. G is not in the key signature, and it has nothing on it, so we're good. We are major. All right, try the bass clef ones on your own. If you have any questions, do come and see me. Try and find me during MSIP. You can ask me at the beginning of class while you guys are getting your instruments out and tuning what this is. And if it's a little bit difficult to understand, I can help you from there. All right. I think we have one more grade to deal with. Grade 12s. So grade 11s, this is where you get off unless you want to watch the grade 12 stuff. Grade 12s, I have a confession. I know up to this point you have only thought there is perfect, major, and minor. Them be your three flavors, as I've just told the grade 11s. It is a lie. I have told you a horrible, horrible lie. There are other intervals. There is in fact augmented and diminished. And the hierarchy is this. If you have a perfect interval, so that 1, 4, 5, and 8, they can also be diminished and augmented. If it's 2, 3, 6, and 7, they can be major or minor, which is the first calculation, but they also can be augmented and diminished. Okay? And much like I always use the elevator analogy, it's this apartment building, 2, 3, 6, and 7, has 4 floors, 1, 4, 5, and 8, only has 3 floors. So if you were on a major interval and I wanted you to lower it by 2, then you would go through minor and then to diminished. 1 would only get you to minor. Augmented, if you went up major 1, would be augmented. So it's a matter of distance now. Augmented, bigger, diminished, smaller. So let's play around with it. Let's try this first one. Let's do a couple together to get comfortable with this idea. So, same process though. We take the bottom note, and in this case it's A flat. Okay, so we have A flat. We're going to pretend we're in A flat major. In A flat major, I have a B, an E, an A, and a D. All right, so those are my 4 flats. I check out my second note. My second note is an E. E is supposed to have a flat on it. All right, 1, 3, 5. Oh, we are a 5th. Okay, so we should have been perfect. If we had had a flat on that E, we'd be perfect. This is where you need to remember too. Sharps, naturals, flats, heck, even double sharps and double flats in our hierarchy. All right, it's supposed to have a flat on it, but it has a natural. So we've actually made the space bigger. Flat to natural, remember? Natural raises a flat. So we've made the space bigger. So we've gone from perfect to augmented. Good. And for augmented, we just draw an X. Don't confuse it with the double sharp. The double sharp is supposed to have, see, I didn't even draw my little dots. It's supposed to have little dots on it. Augmented does not. Okay, let's try the next one. 1, 3, 5. It is a 7. All right, take our bottom note. Pretend we're in that key. The key is G. All right, so we're in G major. Yay, in G major we have F sharp. Cool. Check out the second note. Ooh, oh crap. It's supposed to be an F sharp. It's an F flat. All right, so we go to our deal. So sharp to a flat is down 2. If we had had a sharp on it, we would have been major, but we've gone down 2 steps to diminished. And diminished is just a little O. Not a really big O, just a little O. Okay. And our last one is 6. Same problem. Take your bottom note. It is C. Yay, C, because that means nothing. No sharps, no flats. Yay. But the top note is an A, but that A has something on it. All right, so if that A had nothing on it, it had been natural, it would have been a major 6th. Because it has the sharp, remember natural to sharp is up 1, major up 1 goes to augmented. Okay, so we always follow the direction of our sharps and flats. Okay, again, if it doesn't make sense, please come and see me. I will help you during MSIP or at the beginning of class or whenever you want to see me to help you with it. I love theory questions. I especially love intervals. Okay, so a few to try on your own. Again, I would go through, find your 145, like do all the numbers first, get that battle done with, and then start doing the harder stuff, taking the bottom note, pretending you're in that key, and going there. Okay? So take a peek at these ones, get them down on your staff paper, and if you have some trouble, come and see me. I'd love to help. All right, good luck, grade 12s.